Hey travelers, if you're planning on taking a beach vacation anytime soon, especially if it's to a little bit more of a remote destination, I've got 3 contingency questions that you really need to ask yourself before you even get on a plane. You do need to definitely take into consideration some things that you maybe didn't have to a couple of months ago. It's not just extra paperwork, it's also planning for what happens if you do test positive. So not only do you have to question whether or not your resort is going to offer you a free or a discounted stay, you also need to question whether or not they're even going to let you stay. Cabo, for example, if you tested positive, the hotels would often either allow you to stay on property or they would help you in finding private accommodations, either an Airbnb or Vrbo accommodations, so that it's a little bit more flexible. So it's all going to depend on the region and the area that you're at, as well as the property that you're staying at. So you really want to budget for something like this as a contingency. No need to stress if this happens, especially if you're not showing any symptoms. You're going to need to quarantine for a few days, make sure that you're financially prepared, and you're good to go. Now, the other thing that you may not be aware of is that you can actually retest for COVID before the end of your quarantine. This is a lot dependent on the lab who gave you your original positive test, but some of them will let you do it every day, some of them will let you do it every 2 or 3 days. So that's definitely something that you probably want to inquire on. Now, a lot of this stuff isn't going to be found in the official websites for the labs. I would turn to Facebook fan pages for the hotels and just ask what the experience has been for other people. And officially take this at, face value, but at least it gives you an indicator if everybody. You're going to have to call the airline and you're going to have to make changes to your flight because you're not getting on that plane. If you're on a package vacation, air and hotel all packaged together, then you probably have a better opportunity with this. I know that WestJet and Air Canada Vacations, those tour operators are actually taking the initiative to change your flights. With the American tour operators, FunJet, Classic Vacations, Travel Impressions, I don't know if they are offering this. If you are booked on air only or you don't have anyone to assist you with this, you are going to have to call the airline to make those changes. And I'm sorry to say that is likely going to take up at least 4 hours of your day because the call centers are all struggling with the volumes of calls. And there really is no way around it. You do have to call and make that change. Otherwise, you're basically paying for a brand new flight. Chances are if you were able to change it, it would be a heck of a lot cheaper. So like I say, none of these are deal breakers. There is potentially some extra cost. I mean, hey, if you're going to sign up for a timeshare presentation, there's potentially additional costs there too. Whenever you go on vacation, there's always unpredictable things. But these are just some things to be aware of, and certainly something that as long as you have a game plan on what you're going to do in the event that you do test positive, smooth sailing, right? You've got a plan, stress-free, and you can figure it out. If you found this video useful, please consider giving it a thumbs up. Just click on that thumb down below, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos and informational updates. And before you go, I want you to check out this other video that I did. It's a review of the brand new Hyatt Ziva Riviera Cancun and all of the amazing foods that you can have there. So it's a little bit more specific, might whet your appetite a little bit. The food there is incredible. And if you're planning on heading there, these are some of the foods that I absolutely think you should try. They're absolutely delicious. And I hope you enjoy. See you on the next one.